Making money as a trader can often be super difficult and something that might seem unattainable. But today we're going to be talking about an indicator that I think has massive potential, and it's helped me over the past year when it comes to just automating my trades, following signals, and not having to overcomplicate the markets and actually get in a bad situation. So today we're going to be talking about the TheSignaler bot. Now, this is financial advice and purely educational content only, but today I'll show you exactly how this works and how you can get started for free. Just quickly before we begin, guys, definitely go over here. You can see where my mouse is, and then click that, scroll down, and then change your candle type to Heiken Ashi. This is a massive part of the strategy, so definitely make sure you do this. And now let's continue. So here we are in TradingView, and as you can see, we have the Bitcoin chart up with this funny looking indicator on the screen. Now, this indicator is in fact the TheSignaler bot, and it works very, very efficiently and effectively just based on some simple indicators. So we can see here that yes, this has given a long signal here in September of last year, and we are on the daily chart. All we would do if we do get a signal like this is enter the trade and then have your stop loss down at the lower line in the case of a long. We'll talk about shorts in a minute. And then all we're going to do is let this thing run, making sure to update our stop loss every single day that this ticks, as we want this stop loss to go up above our entry point to secure the trade. And as we can see with this trend alone, it did a huge 39 or 40% here on the trade. And if we did actually take profit along the way here, we could have even made more. But here we can see that 40% trade coming through, and there is a short here that was just entered in which we did hit a take profit, which we'll talk about next. So with shorts, it's the complete opposite. If we break this blue line, we get a short signal, and then we're going to have our stop loss on the red line. And just like the other trade, if we do hit the stop loss, then that is absolutely fine. It's all part of the strategy. But the goal here is obviously letting this thing come down over time to get below our entry point, in which, yes, if we do hit it, we've hit a no loss scenario. This is the most efficient and effective way to secure your funds. But we can see that, yes, we could have actually made some profit here on this dump as well. So what we're going to be doing here, if we do enter a position, we always want to be looking at previous levels in which momentum has slowed down or momentum has actually been stopped. So we can see here that yes, on the left-hand side, we do have an area where momentum slowed down. We do have a pivot point around this zone. So all we're going to do is go slightly above that pivot point. We're going to have our take profit set around that zone. From that point, still looking at this short, we go for the entry. We have our take profit around here, and then we let price get all the way down there. Once it's down there, then yes, we would have hit the take profit. We can move our stop loss to entry. But if that's too complicated for you guys, all you can do is just enter the trade, put your stop loss along the line, and then let it run. It will still be profitable. But if you're someone that likes to take profit and doesn't like to basically be in the red and green throughout an entire trend, then that's absolutely fine. You can take profit based on previous levels that it's hit. So for example, this long here that we just spoke about, we would have a nice take profit around the all-time high. So yes, we could still make a very decent 10% here on this trade without getting too stuck in the trade or without having too much adrenaline focused around the swings. Now, this does work on the 1 hour as well. I wouldn't go anywhere below the 1 hour, guys, but you can see here, if we were to take that same principle here after this sideways market, we can see that yes, we do have a level on the left here, and we do have our entry point there. So what we're going to do is when this does enter the trade, all we're going to do is set our take profit around this zone. You can see a nice 2%. Now, obviously, on the lower time frames, you're going to look for lower percentages. And honestly, if you are a bit newer of a trader, you really only need to take 5 to 6 trades per year using an indicator like this on a higher time frame like a daily. So the way you get this bot is super, super simple. They've actually automated the whole process, which I really do like. So all you got to do is press the link in the description, guys, and you're going to be brought to this Telegram bot. Then you're just going to type /start and you'll come up with these options here. What you want to do from this point is press the 1-day free trial, and then you can check out the indicator, see if you like it, and just figure out how it works on each time frame. But in order to connect that to your TradingView account, what you got to do is actually paste in your TradingView username like I have done here. And then as you can see here, your free trial will be activated and they will pair that with your account. Now, if you're wondering how to actually find your account username, it is in your profile section on TradingView. Just copy and paste this as you can see here. And then the way you would add this to your chart is super simple. Just go up here to this little indicator button, go down to invite only, and then scroll down until you see the indicator that is the signaler here. And then when you click this, it's going to be added to your chart, as you can see here. Just get rid of that, and then you will be able to see it and use it as everyone else has been doing. Now, if you're a little bit newer to trading, then definitely check out the Signaler VIP community. As you can see here, there's 5,000 members in here, and they always post good results as well as little tips throughout the week, basically teaching you how to use this bot. But you can see here many of the results coming through from people using this indicator. We've got a 2,000% trade here. We scroll down, we can see many more that are just ridiculously profitable simply by using this indicator, following the signals, and making money. And actually, guys, it is for free for a day. So yeah, it does make sense just to try it out. But if we want to learn how to set up alerts here on this indicator, all we got to do is go to the indicator here, press these three dots, press add alert. You're actually going to get a notification through your app on TradingView on your phone, or you can ask for emails or webhooks as well if you did want to fully automate it. But if we go back to settings here, we don't need to change anything. We can set an expiry if we want, but it's not really needed. And we can see here on the daily, we're going to press create, and then boom, this will create the alert on the time frame that you are on at the time. So definitely make sure you check that beforehand. And then you just simply wait for the alert in your alert box, as you can see here on the right-hand side. So that is how I make money in cycles where we are in trending markets. This is probably the easiest, most effective indicator out there. You don't need to be overwhelmed by RSI, MACD, all of this other stuff. This is just the most simple and effective way you can take advantage of trends. So definitely check it out in the description, guys. That's going to be it from me. Stay tuned for more videos.